Hey, this is Matt Pichet, the Fruitful Investor and your investing coach. In today's video, this is a really good one. 3 reasons why Kitchener Waterloo and Cambridge real estate will continue to rise for years to come. Now we're seeing in early 2016, the real estate market is on fire. Properties are selling really quick and for record prices. And a lot of people are wondering, is this going to keep going on? How long can this keep going? Well, what you're going to find out is that it's probably going to keep going for a long time, which is really good for us real estate investors who are buying rental properties here in KWC. So let's get right into it. The number 1 reason why the real estate market will continue to rise for years to come is because we have a very diverse economy. So what you want to avoid when you're investing in real estate in a specific town is a one-hit pony kind of town. You want a diverse industry with lots of GDP growth, which leads to job growth. So, not to pick on other towns, but let's just use Guelph as an example, since it's a neighbor of Kitchener Waterloo and Cambridge. We find that Guelph is a very heavy manufacturing town, right? A lot of manufacturing jobs in there, which is fantastic for the majority of the time. But what are we seeing when the dollar is high, for example, compared to the US dollar, right? There's a lot of struggle there because the manufacturing industry goes down. We don't really want to invest in towns like that, in my opinion. Not that Guelph is a bad place, it's a really good place to invest, but in my opinion, there are much better. I'm always looking for optimal with everything in my life. When it comes to business, real estate, diet, everything, I want optimal, not just okay, optimal. So this is why Kitchener's a good spot. So let's just look at the biggest industries, okay? Number 1, manufacturing. Manufacturing is Kitchener's biggest industry. A lot of people think it's this, technology hub, and it will be in the future. It looks like it's going that way, and that's fantastic. But really, it's a very heavy blue-collar manufacturing city, which a lot of people forget. So 19.4% of the workforce in Kitchener Waterloo and Cambridge is in manufacturing. So not a whole lot, not like Guelph where it's like over 50 or somewhere around there. A good healthy 20%, which is really cool to find out. Well, it's also a big trade. We have a big trade sector, which is 14.3% of all jobs are in trades, which makes sense. We're along the 401. We're the biggest city really in between from Toronto to Milton and then Kitchener, right before it goes down to London and Woodstock. So it makes sense that we have a lot of trade jobs in here for warehousing and trade, right? We have a big healthcare sector, 9.3%. So we see here is really heavy blue collar, which is really great to see. Healthcare, 9.3%. Educational services, 8.5%. And then we have finance, insurance, and real estate industries with 7.5%. So we got white collar here. So we see the big insurance companies like Manulife and Sun Life Financial, really big employers here in the area, and not the biggest part of the industry, right? Actually manufacturing it. So I thought that was pretty cool. So what we see here is a very diverse economy, lots of GDP growth from manufacturing and blue collar. We got lots of GDP growth and job growth, again, from the white collar here with the 3 main big white collar industries. So pretty cool to see, and that's what you want when you're investing in real estate in a town. Let's go to reason number 2, was in-migration. This is huge again. We're seeing a lot of this now, and it's really starting to pick up. So a lot of people are moving from Toronto, even Hamilton, Milton. Why? Because it's cheaper to live here. House prices, for now, are a lot cheaper than they are in the GTA. We've seen the big boom spike that they had not too many years ago. It's kind of coming this way. Kitchener hasn't hit yet. So much more affordable, much cheaper, and it's not too far away. So even if people do still want to work in Toronto, Hamilton, or Milton, but they want to live in Kitchener, just for cheaper, that's a great thing as well. So we're seeing a lot of in-migration from neighboring towns, and we're going to see that for a long time still. So when we see people moving in and getting jobs or moving into the city on a continual basis, that's great. That's a great, strong economy. That's what you want to look for when you're investing in an area. Number 3, we got demand to be in the city. We're seeing that right now. So Kitchener Waterloo for years has been growing out, right? So for anybody who's lived here for a while, you know that the city's been growing out into the country, so to speak. I just made a video on this topic not too long ago on my YouTube channel. But Kitchener and Cambridge has really been growing out for a number of years. Now it's kind of flipping. It's still growing out at a slower rate, but what we're seeing is people would rather be in the city. Why? Because the city's getting bigger and we have all the main amenities and cool things to do like in the downtown core or in the city. So if any of you live on the outskirts kind of like I do, I live in Dune, so we're kind of on the outskirts, but even farther out, Huron Heights and by the Iron Needles Boulevard area especially. You guys are on the outskirts, and you know how much of a pain in the butt it is to drive in to the city. It's taking a while. So we're seeing the city starting to grow or build up, right? So we're seeing a lot of intensification and urbanization of the city, which is really great to see, again, for long-term growth. So we're seeing a lot of upbuilding. So, that being said, if you own a single-family property, like I do, is what I invest in single family, it's what I specialize in, you're going to see a ton of benefits in years to come. Why? Because people want to live in the city. So if you have a plot of land and a good house, that's the big one, not a condo, not a townhome, if you own a detached or a semi-detached house with a yard, that's going to be very, very desirable in years to come as the city continues to grow out, but especially up, right? Not everybody wants to live in condos like what the media makes it seem to see. Not everybody wants that. People still want the yard, and that's going to be very desirable. We can see that because look at the towns ahead of us. Look at Toronto, who is 20, 30, 40 years ahead of Kitchener Waterloo and Cambridge. What are we seeing there, right? A detached house selling for well over $1 million, and people are paying for it because it's desirable and the demand is high, and they will buy it. People will buy it. So invest in single-family properties like I am and my clients are, my partners are now, right? My properties are still cheap, around $260, $270 for a good, decent, semi-detached property. That home, which I broke down in my last video, which you guys should really check out, is going to be worth well over $500,000 in the next 20, 25 years for the same property. Meanwhile, you have paid it almost down in 20 years. Awesome, awesome recipe, and this is exactly what we want to see when we're choosing a town to invest in. So, lots of good things to come for Kitchener Waterloo. We have a diverse economy, it's safe from bubbles, and that's another thing. Don't believe the media, and especially when they say the Canadian real estate economy or the Canadian real estate housing market. Absolutely no such thing as a Canadian real estate market. I just want to make that clear. There's no such thing. You have to be regional. Look what happened in 2006 and 2004, 2006, 2007 in Alberta, right? The economy was on fire. They were bringing people, flying people in from Ontario. They wanted everybody to come to Alberta because the economy there was on fire, which is fantastic. And a lot of people did, right? And how was the Ontario market then? It was okay. It was chugging along. It did what Ontario does. Big heavy manufacturing, lots of industry. Ontario just chugs along, right? Now, what are we seeing? Alberta isn't doing so well right now with the low oil prices, right? It's really affecting their economy. Again, it's a very heavy, economy on one trade. For me, I wouldn't like that. But what are we seeing? The house prices in the real estate market is kind of staying flat, right? What are we seeing here in Ontario? Ontario is kicking ass. So you see what I mean? There's no such thing as a Canadian real estate market. It's regional, very regional, and even provincial. So just focus on your area and what's good going on in your area. Don't listen to the hype of the Canadian real estate market. Listen to what's going on in your province and more specifically in your city. Okay? That's the tip. If you got any value from this video, if you learned anything, please click like right below this video. It takes you 2 seconds, but it goes a long way to helping my video get more views and so I can grow my business to help more people invest in real estate. Okay? That's the tip. See you in the next video.
Put your money in that real estate.
Hey, before we click another video, I want to give you some free stuff. You like free stuff, right? Click the first 3 links below this video and get my 3 books absolutely free. Single Family Investing Made Simple, The Real Estate Investor's Handbook to Freedom, and my favorite, 101 Single Family Investing Tips. And last but not least, if you really want to take your business and life to the next level, you're definitely going to want to click on the 4th link to check out my Real Estate Investing Apprenticeship Program. In this apprenticeship program, we'll be buying a property together, and I'll be teaching you everything I know about investing in real estate, all the while being your real estate investing coach. So check it out, get your free books, and don't forget to hit like right down here to help this video get more views. I really appreciate it. See you in the next video.